This is good. Good stuff. Good stuff, my fellow. After considerable technical delay, I think it's time to say hello and welcome to When Will It End? It's a movie podcast where we watch a whole series of movies. I'm Josh.
That was the best one yet.
I think it was.
And it wasn't through trying or practice.
Sometimes, baby, it just flows.
We needed those 40 minutes.
We needed those 40 minutes of
it wasn't 40 minutes. You fed the cat.
Okay, we started this process at, I think, 10:50, and it is now...
Yeah, but you fed the cat.
I fed the cat. I went to the gentleman's facilities.
Yeah, you shat.
I did. And honestly, may I say, it was very satisfying.
Really?
It's the kind of thing you, as a performer, you dream of before a show. Now, I've been, as you know, a performer for many years.
Sure.
And for many of those early years, I would nervously shit before every performance.
Sometimes you'd nervously shit during your performance?
I actually haven't. I don't think I've shit myself since early middle school.
Wow, that's really great.
I mean, hold on.
Wait, middle school?
Definition. No, hold on. Once was
not great, Josh.
No, but look, that's on the later end of things. That's not so bad. I had like food poisoning. It was the kind of thing where I was like,
okay.
It wasn't like I mismanaged my shitting. It was the kind of thing where I was like, oh, I'm having a problem.
Right.
I was with the rabbi's daughter. We were walking around the neighborhood.
What'd you do?
Well,
other than
I
shit
used to
your
go
pants.
to her house to watch like Maury and Ricky Lake and like daytime television.
Whoa.
Which was verboten at my house, but like ironically in the rabbi's den.
I don't think that's ironic at all.
I don't know. I guess you wouldn't imagine.
I think the rabbi.
Someone in the liturgical arts to allow a Maury.
Can I offer I'm a goyim.
Goyim is plural.
You're
a goy.
No, I'll say I'm a goyim.
You're multiple non-Jews?
Yeah.
All right.
For you?
You are certainly a handful.
As a goy, I really don't want to intrude upon your religion. But from my own perspective, as someone that could speak for an authority in my religion,
which is
veganism and science, I feel like as an expert, such as a rabbi, they would have so much faith in their daughter that they would allow a Maury into their home, knowing full well that they would just see it as something to ponder.
Wow.
They wouldn't have any doubt that their daughter would be, seduced by the Maury side.
Wow.
Turn into a dark Maury.
I mean, inside all of us, there is a battle between light Maury and dark Maury. Yeah. I will say this, and this is not a bit. That person is now, I believe, a sniper in the IDF.
Wait, what, Maury?
Yeah, Maury is a...
the rabbi's daughter.
I believe now.
Okay, so she went full dark Maury.
I would argue yes.
Yeah.
I was told this enthusiastically by a family member.
A sniper.
You hear about so-and-so? She trains snipers in the IDF. And I was like, that's not good news, right? Like, I can't be alone in being...
No, it's bad news.
Bad news.
I think any sniper in the world is bad news.
Well, don't tell that to Tom Berenger.
Who's that?
He played Sniper in all those movies. In the Sniper movies?
Sniper in all those movies.
He was in the Sniper series. Which,
I've never heard of Sniper.
Maybe you'll cover it someday. Hey, don't tell that to Bradley Cooper, star of American Sniper.
Well, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
But that's not in the Sniper series, is it?
No, that's outside of the Sniperverse.
So that's out of the Sniperverse.
Though it could be like a bonus. It could be like a Love Guru style thing for us.
Yeah, that was a weird moment.
I mean, I think it's one of the most successful R-rated films in American history. It was a huge cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
We all flocked to see a pretty...
Well, I didn't flock.
You, what?
I might be
slouched?
I'm multiple goyams, but I'd never flocked.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Wait, did I just pluralize the plural?
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. You're running roughshod over Hebrew right now. It's not great.
I mean, I run roughshod over most things.
I can imagine you running, but it's not as easy as you think it would be.
Wait, I lost you.
Like, I'm trying to imagine you running.
Yeah, but you're having trouble imagining me running.
I can imagine you running. Yeah.
You know what's sad?
What's that?
I used to be really fast.
Uh-huh.
I used to be a good runner. I haven't run in years.
Wow, that is sad.
Isn't that sad?
I remember in middle school when
you shit your pants.
After shitting
was
my
this
pants.
pre or post pants shit?
This was post pants shit, I believe.
Okay, good.
No, maybe it wasn't middle school. I don't know. Look,
let's call it preschool.
2001, for a lot of reasons, was a crazy year.
Right.
That I was in sixth grade.
Wait, did you shit your pants when 9/11 happened?
I heard about the towers falling.
Wow.
And something else fell.
Oh my God.
A big stinking turd.
The third.
Oh no.
The third one.
Oh, never forget.
Yeah.
Wow.
Your teacher probably didn't forget that.
Sure didn't.
Oh, Josh
In middle
shitting his
school, I
pants.
was a little chunker, if you can imagine such a thing. And I remember I learned about like velocity.
That moment, yeah.
Well, I remember they were like, we're going to see how much you weigh and then see how fast you run to judge your velocity.
What? That's cruel.
No. It was cool because it turned out because I was a chonko, but I could charge, I had like a high velocity.
You were charging Chonko with a high velocity?
Charging chonko with a high velocity. It's like, look, am I chonk? Absolutely.
Sure.
Do I have a high velocity?
Hell yeah.
It's pretty good.
That's a good one. I'm sure I would have a very light velocity
Yeah, that scans.
because I could run real fast, but I'm just bones.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board. It counts.
Yeah,
Your dick.
that's right. That's
Unlike
stiff.
fucking Marcus and goddamn Bad Boys 2.
Oh, poor guy. I liked how quickly that went away.
No, it took a minute. It took a while, actually. It takes him until he takes the ecstasy accidentally in the morgue.
Yeah, maybe I liked how efficiently it was scattered throughout the plot.
Yeah, I mean, in the first movie, Marcus and his wife don't have an emotional framework set because of his work demands to have sex.
Yeah.
And in this movie, he is shot in the ass during a drug raid on a Klan meeting on the shores of Florida, and the nerve damage from that accident means he can't get a boner. Information which, when explicated to his partner, Mike Fowley, I forgot his last name, Foley?
Lowry.
Mike Lowry?
Yeah, Michael Lowry.
The fucking murderous
Remember?
sociopath?
Lowry.
Lowry.
That's just a Texan.
That was something, man.
Hi, I'm Mike Lowry.
Wow.
So if I ever get caught in a lie that they might think I'm Mike Lowry, I'll be okay.
He's not
I got it.
Texan. He doesn't talk like that.
Hi, I'm Mike Lowry.
That is not what Will Smith sounds like in
Ha.
this movie or any other movie.
Yeah, it's a Texan.
He's never done that voice.
He's never been a Texan.
Does he do voices, really?
No.
He does like a pretty strong Will Smith.
He's fucking
He
great.
excels
He's
at
really
doing a
good at
Will
Will
Smith.
Smith. He's
Yeah.
he's the best at Will Smith. You know that story about Charlie Chaplin?
No, please go on.
You don't know the story?
I don't know. The
I'm
story.
going to give you the short version because you know
That
how
sounds
I go.
good,
I
yeah.
do the long versions of everything.
You frequently do.
This is the short version. He got third place in a Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest.
Wow.
Will Smith would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he would get all the places.
No, he'd do well with that.
He's very good at being himself. And I think I was talking to somebody the other day about like a Tom Hanks versus a Tom Cruise. For me, Tom Hanks is Tom Hanks, especially nowadays. Like he can be in all these movies. He never becomes the character. He's Tom Hanks. And I don't think that works for him. Like the Mr. Rogers movie, I'm not even going to bother seeing it. It's just a Tom Hanks movie for me. Where Tom Cruise and Will Smith, they are so recognizable of themselves, but for some reason, I always believe that they are the person they are portraying to me.
That's a really interesting point. I will say, like, I can explicate the difference between Jack Reacher and Ethan Hunt pretty. I could just do it on the spot.
Or like the Magnolia guy, or like I think he really, especially that's a good point. Like he plays a lot of like tough military guys now.
And remember in Night and Day, where he plays the guy
Do
named
I?
Knight, and Cameron Diaz plays the lady named Day.
Do I?
And the thing is that they don't get along at first.
Do I?
'Cause, the thing about Tom,
Sure.
I always say, I think when movie stars, I bet they get to set and they just go, hey, let's just have fun.
I mean, I would hope so.
Because you know what? My pappy told me, if
What'd
you do the thing you love for work,
Yeah.
this is where it gets
Wait,
complicated.
I'm writing this
You'll
down.
never work a day in your life
Oh my god.
because you like what you. It's
Oh
not.
my
It's not.
God.
It's fun. You're having fun.
So I think both the rabbi
Yeah,
and the rabbi's daughter haven't worked a day in their life.
that's true. He loves pondering the mythic cosmos and cosmology of Judaism,
Yeah.
and his daughter trains Israeli people to snipe Palestinians.
Yeah, she loves that shit.
Well, I mean, you gotta love what you do.
Yeah.
And honestly, who am I? Let they without sin chuck the first rock.
Wait, what?
I think it's from this is from Christian shit, but like I think they're gonna throw rocks at a prostitute.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
That
Jesus-
sounds like Old Testament shit.
no. This is some. It's because it's
No,
'cause
it's
in the Old Testament they would just stone her
Yeah.
to death, but Jesus is like, you're actually a bunch of hypocrites.
No, it's
Or does Mary do it? I don't know.
no,
I've
it's
never read the
if
New
it's
Testament.
those that live in glass houses
No,
shouldn't play with rocks.
well, no, because the Grateful Dead in the song playing in the band,
Yeah.
they say, and if a man among you has no sin upon his head, then let him cast a stone on me for playing in the band.
That's good.
I'm probably fucking it up. So I think it's like they don't stone a whore to death with rocks if you're an asshole.
Right.
Because maybe you should get stoned. By that same logic, you should get stoned to death.
Yeah, it's something like, yeah, yeah, you got it.
Right?
Something my dad knows it.
Yeah, bring him in. Where's he?
Home.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we read
Sipping Pappy's whiskey.
He doesn't drink.
Okay.
Yeah, we read the Bible together.
Wow.
Yeah. We went to church for a long time. I found out my brother believed everything, which is wild to me. Did you believe, I don't know how, when you're taught things, are like you taught that it's real, or you taught that it's not real, but you should like sort of take the messages out of it?
Okay, well, I grew up in conservative Judaism, which is, this is a whole other conversation. To make a very long story short, it's definitely nowhere near an evangelical experience of like God is happening right now and everything is a message and you can have this relationship. Like, it's definitely, in my mind, like the biggest thing about religion is that like there's stories. They're fun stories.
They're just fun stories?
It didn't happen. Like here's the thing here's what drives me crazy.
You're saying it didn't happen.
Here's a problem with Judaism, okay? And the murky depths of the world I grew up in Judaism.
I'm not going to agree or disagree. I'm just going to stay quiet.
Okay,
I feel like if I agree with this, it's going to be bad. So you just say the problem.
Just don't say anything.
I'm not going to say.
Sit there quietly.
Starting now, I'm not going to say nothing until you point at me.
Okay, sounds good.
You just pointed at me.
I didn't point at you.
Okay, I'll say just point at me.
My hand's in a fist.
Just okay. Oh God,
you'll
that's
know.
scary.
You'll
that's
know when
Papa's
I'm pointing.
fist. You're in Papa's chair with Papa's mic.
I got Papa's mic. I
Papa's
got a new
fist.
mic.
Jesus
Work
Christ.
bought me a new mic. I'm testing it out with this very important project, and so far, so good, baby.
I'm gonna let your dad know you did a great job.
I didn't point at you. Shut the fuck up.
You haven't. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know some people who think that Passover is a real story, that Jews were slaves in Egypt, and that has any truth to it. And it drives me crazy because it's like very no. There's very much did not happen. And that is one thing where I'm like, I wish more people would be like, disclaimer, this is a story about why slavery is bad. It didn't literally happen. Okay. Let the record show I pointed at Charles.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
So, so we would read the Bible and, forget. Yeah, he quoted that. He quoted a lot. He liked Jesus.
Well, I mean, to paraphrase the quote from the somewhat homophobic mother in Bad Boys 2 in the television store, "You boys need Jesus."
That was good.
Did that resonate with you?
No, because actually my dad was actually, I think he taught the Bible right to me, because we just read a couple of the Gospels, and he would basically just be like, these are good ideas for how to live your life.
Let me ask you this. As a potential father, because Lord knows, so far you've avoided the genetic pool entirely, but you could still sully it with your seed. Is Bad Boys 2 the kind of thing you would say to young people, this is a parable about life that you could really learn something from?
Yeah.
Okay, now walk me through this. This is a movie that I found both exhilarating and genuinely upsetting.
Yeah, this movie, we've shit all over Michael Bay. The Turtleverse we were not kind to him. Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2 are
American classics that should be in a museum. There should be a museum that just plays Bad Boys 2 on repeat forever.
Yeah.
We were talking in the last movie, like, when do these movies, in that movie it was like, okay, they're not actually that good at their jobs. They're like really neurotic, weird guys. Like, is this movie like jingoistic, police fetishizing fascism? And this movie at a certain point veers so wholeheartedly into being, yes, this is a jingoistic fascism that is being fetishized really dramatically. It takes a turn that I did not expect. The end of this movie is full Commando. They go full Commando at the end of this movie.
They do, and Commando is one of my favorite movies. I think once it reaches this level, whether it means to or not, at that point becomes a commentary. Regardless, like, this is one of those things where whatever the intention of the author was, it no longer belongs to them anymore. Once you have 7 dudes without shirts on or sleeves on with guns showing off their muscles, blowing shit up in absolute mayhem for 10 minutes straight. That's no longer.
Hold on, you just skipped in Cuba. They go to Cuba
Just
illegally.
do it for me. I don't give a shit.
Jesus Christ. So this movie is fucking.
I'm just saying, once you get to that point, it's no longer real. It's not like celebrating anything. It is so out of control that this is just it becomes an exercise. It becomes a beautiful portrayal of violence, and I think it strips away any like whether this is pro cop, anti cop. It doesn't even fucking matter anymore. It's just so. I think it's beautiful. I think this is a beautiful movie in so many ways.
I would say there is so much to parse in Bad Boys 2 that it is. You could teach a college course in Bad Boys 2.
If I ever ask for Amy's hand in marriage,
sure,
I will do it while watching Bad Boys 2.
Will you do it on the pod?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think she would be unhappy with that decision.
I think so too.
I think
I'd get a big old no.
She would be, I think, very happy and then quickly upset.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't do that. But I would do it while Bad Boy 2 is on.
Yeah, that's really beautiful.
Yeah, because I think this is. I'm not even joking. I think this is the height of some form of cinema.
What if? So this movie is maybe most iconic for one of the best moments in a movie ever.
The shit hit the fan moment?
You keep fucking it up.
The shit real.
Shit just got real.
Shit got real.
It's like the mimetic moment from this film is after 2 hours of fucking balls to the wall, tits out, absolutely ludicrous Miami drug cartel violence that is mesmerizingly violent. There is, in the last movie, I was like, there's a couple car chases that are incomprehensible and like objectively terrible and yet thrilling and awesome to watch. This movie has a car chase in it that is the fucking, I don't even know if there are words for it. I can't believe I had not seen this.
It's just called the fucking.
I had seen this on television as a kid. And I think watching it on TV, chunked up in between commercial breaks and probably edited pretty heavily.
Yeah.
You miss a lot of what makes this movie so fucking crazy. Because we're like, this is a 2.5 hour, this is half an hour longer than the first movie. Mm-hmm. That does not, in our experience with doing sequels.
We were scared.
Yeah. In the car chase where the corpses are spilling out of the back of a van and being decapitated by a Ferrari as they drive on the freeway with like towers of explosions rising up above the Miami Bay.
I'm going to have to interrupt. You set the scene here. You just said corpses flying out of the back of a van getting decapitated by a Ferrari.
Okay, a few things about this movie. One, the first thing on the screen that we see in the movie, it's just a black screen that says Ecstasy Lab, Amsterdam.
Yeah.
It's sick. So basically, ecstasy is the new bad guy drug in the movie. We're goodbye heroin. We're done with you.
Yeah, and so not only is it
because famously, as we know, heroin no longer a problem in America.
Sure,
we've moved on since the 90s.
Yeah, not nearly as dangerous as ecstasy, which boils your brains unless you stand in cold water.
Right, which is you know, as a seasoned drug doer, I know that if I'm gonna drop my bean and roll hard, I do it packed in ice.
Yeah.
Because my brain could boil out of my fucking ear.
Yeah. It's insane. I can't believe people take this drug.
Oh, it's so bad for you.
Yeah.
We see a club guy die early in the movie in Peter Stormare's club. He's like, hey, pull him outside, let him die in the street.
Yeah. I've never seen a boiled brain death before.
Well, you have now, bad boy.
It was believable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's wearing white pants.
Oh, God. I guess that's true. If it were believable, it just would have pissed.
No, he was definitely wearing white pants. That's definitely true.
No, I'm just saying if it were believable, you would have seen all that piss and shit just pouring out of his boiled brain body.
It's true. This movie is fucking loco.
So but like I think
we didn't explain. Let me just quickly explain.
Yeah,
they're shipping drugs around the world and money, either in hollowed out corpses or in the caskets containing the hollowed out corpses. It is awesome.
So these guys. So there's a scene in the mid part of the movie where they like invite two people into the drug man's home, and
Johnny Tapia,
I think. Yeah,
who is awesome.
He's
this guy.
Great.
Has a great mixture of sleaze and gross sexuality and open flowing shirts.
I feel like
loves his mother, loves his daughter, loves his big project house in Cuba.
Yeah, you put any man in an 2 size too big silk shirt and a 90s sports jacket.
And by the way, we're talking
sleaze.
No, but okay, to up the ante.
Yeah,
shoulder length hair.
That's yes, and that
5
hair.
o'clock, like 8 o'clock shadow.
Yeah,
it's not quite a beard.
No,
he looks like. I mean, this movie's a lot of parallels to one of my favorite movies, the Michael Mann's Miami Vice, which, by the way, comes out well after this movie, like years later.
Oh yeah, no, Michael Bay did this thing where he seemingly took, like, just basically ripped off other people and did such a great job that they ended up ripping off him.
Well, it's a complicated relationship. I want to
Yeah.
stay away from those verbs for now. I'm still processing. I will say we talked about it in the last movie. This movie feels like Heat on ketamine. Because at one point there was a gun battle in this movie with the Haitian gang.
Mm-hmm.
That is, again, we talk about these incomprehensible action sequences. Like World War III breaks out in Miami in this movie, where people are
And
just
the
like,
camera is so close, you don't really know how it affects anything other than that one grill of the car.
yeah, it's so nuts. And then later in that action scene, they choose to put the camera in so many fucking insane places where
And they
a
leave it
car
in.
will just hurtle into the camera
And it
occasionally.
breaks. You can see like sparks flying, and it's really cool. I think for me, you can call me crazy.
I just might.
You can call
the night
me
is young.
You can call me a nutball. Okay,
Just don't call you late to dinner.
yeah, please.
As if they're serving Beyond Burgers.
Yeah, please. No, God, I'll be first in line.
One Beyond Burger, please, for me, Charles
I know
Hobby.
your mom likes to keep everyone in line until she says it's okay to sit down.
What are you talking about?
She always makes me do that.
Wait to sit?
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, it's dinner time. Just go wait in the hall."
My mom makes you queue up in the hall?
Yeah, I'm the only one, but I queue.
Well, I mean,
Call me a wild, wild, wild man. Okay?
you're the Mike Lowry. I think I'm the Marcus. And you're
Absolutely.
The Mike,
I didn't
you
want
know?
to say that.
You're the fucking.
But actually, we're going to talk about this
sociopath,
later.
And
But
I'm like the normal guy.
right,
who's got a
last
family.
movie, I
Yeah.
think that would be insulting to take Will Smith's character because he's just perfect and you're troubled.
Right, yeah.
But in this movie, they're both troubled. So I will take Will Smith this time, and you can have
Yeah.
Marcus. Because I think actually that's pretty true.
What's amazing with this movie is that, like, okay, so when we talk about a sequel,
I'm a stone cold chiller.
you're just so relaxed.
I'm relaxed, but I'm also uncaring in a lot of ways.
No, where you have that weird emotional remove of a Will Smith.
Yeah.
I think because you have, like, damaged guy logic brain, like when things seem pragmatic or have like an efficiency that you can judge, you're like, well, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just ripping kidneys out of a body looking for stuff or whatever.
Right. You can do that. I'm Marcus. I see you arm like elbow deep into a human corpse, rifling through it as one might search through an old duffel bag for a lost compass or knickknack. And I'm like, this is fucked up. I'm now nauseous and I'm now going to pound fucking ecstasy.
But you know what's cool?
What at?
Is just like at the end of this movie, you might learn a little bit from my stone cold badassery and shoot a man in the head.
And you might learn a little something from my emotional vulnerableness.
Mm-hmm.
Hoosha.
Vulnerability, probably.
Hoosha.
Woosha.
Woosha.
That was an interesting thing.
This movie is great because it's about like how broken these people obviously are.
Wait, but you might call me crazy.
I could call you crazy.
I'm just saying, I'm going to say something.
Okay.
And it's okay if you react.
Thank you for permitting me that.
Because what I'm about to say is this.
Just say it, motherfucker.
Best car chase scene in any movie I've ever seen.
I would
Best
say
car chase scene in any movie I've ever seen.
by the time the big explosion happens on the freeway,
yes, that is what I'm talking about.
it's like this is so nuts. Though I will say this.
I would say Raid 2 and this are the heights of me being exhilarated by metal flying at each other.
At the end of this movie,
Uh-huh.
there is what I would argue maybe the only contender for that slot. When they drive the Hummer through the Cuban shanty town full of drug labs, where they're simply driving a Humvee through corrugated tin houses that explode on impact with the car.
Sure.
As they
Around
hurtle
it.
towards Guantanamo Bay. That is one of the most psycho things I've ever seen in a movie.
The only reason why I would say that that's not up there is because Jackie Chan did it in Police Story. So it's a little bit, it's been done before.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know, call me a patriot? I don't know. But this is an American movie, and they're driving a Hummer, and they're two cops who are
good point.
kind of loose cannons, but they're trying to get the job done. Also, Jackie Chan, I don't think kills as many people with as little emotional reaction as Will Smith does.
I mean, his emotional reaction is like gleeful smiles.
It's a lot cuter when he does
he's
it.
really cute.
It's really cute about it.
He's great. Honestly,
Sidebar.
I didn't talk about this in the last episode, but this reminded me of Jackie Chan movie in certain ways. There's something about 90s action movies that the set pieces, the way the roller coaster of set piece to lull felt very much like a 90s Jackie Chan movie where he's like breaking out in America. I don't know. It just and maybe it's just like the filming style and stuff in some ways, but not really. I don't know. I got some Jackie Chan vibes without any martial arts.
I guess when I think of Jackie Chan, I think of these like beautifully choreographed sequences where this
Right.
is more like, okay.
I feel like if you cut a Jackie Chan fight scene and then just cut to any scene in Bad Boys, it would like really flow well together.
I guess the kinetic energy of the movie. In the last movie, we talked a lot about the word flow.
We did?
I said the word flow a couple times. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
Pray tell what?
The oceans?
Well, in a way, is cinema not the ocean of our minds and hearts?
It's not at all.
If you think about it.
What are you talking about? Salty?
Filled with fish.
Emotional fish.
Yes.
Yeah, the cinema of fish.
Cinema of fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
this
why
movie
Jaws is so good.
Has a scene that. Okay, for all of the like the callousness of like Will Smith's character just like dispassionately mowing through people with guns and like rifling through corpses, whatever. There's also a scene that made me puke for a very different reason, where they go to the blonde dreadlocked guy's house, Ice Pick.
Yeah.
No, not Ice Pick. Sorry, Ice Pick sends them to the blonde dread guy's house.
Yeah.
In Miami. There is a sequence that is so confounding and amazing.
I loved it.
Where Michael Bay swings the camera in a circle around the action, I want to say 4 times.
More.
At
I want to say more
maybe
times.
half a dozen times. The camera just goes careening around a room through a wall to show us what's going on in a way that literally I've never seen in a movie before.
It was cool because it didn't actually help us understand the space at all.
No, it's confusing because Marcus is in a bathroom that I think is across the room from them,
so.
but Will's to the left. But Will Smith is in the middle of the wall that they are hiding behind. And
Michael
it keeps
Bay-
cutting between
Yeah.
Marcus in the bathroom and then these ludicrous arcing shots that just shoot around the fucking. It is like it's truly like loco.
Michael Bay is one of the few filmmakers that can cut in a way that I do not understand how the two scenes are related to each other, even when they are literally right next to each other. Like, I had no idea where the bathroom was. He was like standing in the hall or in the room, and then it cuts, and suddenly he's behind a toilet.
And toilet water splash on him because Marcus can't get a break in this movie.
Fucking can't get a break.
He can't get his dick up
He can
until he takes ecstasy, which,
Yeah.
it is a horny drug.
You know what? Maybe that's what I felt. I felt like it was efficiently scattered throughout the plot, but then not resolved. I'm not saying I wanted to like have a full penetrative like sex scene with he and his wife. I would have watched it.
I just realized something.
Yeah.
In the first movie, Will Smith wears a Heat jersey.
Does he?
And in this, when he's
Oh.
when he's telling Marcus's kids stories about life on the street
Oh, you're right.
as a cop.
Wow.
And it turns out, as we find in this movie, that's Marcus's Alonzo Mourning jersey
So who do you think's gonna wear the Heat jersey in 3?
in Bad Boys for Life.
Joey Pants?
Joey Pants.
Oh my god.
Man, this is a scattershot episode. This movie is such a
It
fucking
makes sense.
steamroller.
If you've seen this movie, and I hope you have, I hope you've been keeping up, preparing for next week as
Sure.
Bad Boys for Life comes out.
Which I am now so fucking excited about. This was better than the first one.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I loved the first one, but like, we believe it or not, tangented far away from this. I was trying to get to this earlier. When we talk about sequels, this is maybe the best archetype of what a sequel can be, where it's like, you like the first movie? Guess what? This is obviously the next logical step.
Mhm.
It's the same framework. They're not throwing away the magic that works, but everything is
afraid that.
cranked.
Yeah.
Like shit is cranked in this movie.
We should do Crank.
No, I actually hate those movies.
Yeah, they're
I find them like so unpleasant to watch.
all right. Let's not do
I know
Crank.
some people are like, "Oh, it's fun, like it's so over the top." And it's like, no, it's literally Jason Statham screaming. Like,
Crank is born from Michael Bay.
it's definitely like it's just Bay taken to the logical extreme.
Yeah, illogical.
Are you doing the Spock thing?
Trying. It's not. I'm not good.
It's
at
like
it.
this.
Yeah, I know.
It's
My
a Jewish
fingers don't
thing.
work.
Leonard
really?
Nimoy brought that over from the world of Judaism.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like Yud Hey Vav Hey. It's like spelled the name of God. Yud Hey Vav Hey, I think.
What? But you just did it 4 times. There's only 3 things.
No, but it's like it symbolizes something. Even the negative space symbolizes.
Can you call that Rabbi's daughter?
Yeah, I'll call her now. What time is it in Tel Aviv?
I don't know. She's probably killing somebody though.
I don't know. Could be Shabbat. No, it's today.
Oh, wait, it's the first day of Hanukkah.
It's a happy Hanukkah.
Thank you.
Not to date the episode.
Yeah, we always do that.
But it is the first day of Hanukkah.
That's
Not
exciting.
to date the episode, but it's December 22nd.
What time is it, Josh?
It's 11:56.
Oh, it's almost the end of the first. Almost the what's after the first day of Hanukkah?
Second day of Hanukkah, baby.
Really? That's it?
We could review Hanukkah.
Could. That's a series.
We start with day 1, go to day 2. After that, day 3, then day 4.
Where do we go after that?
Day 5 after that, followed by day 6, then day 7, and then, baby, we wrap it all up with a big old day 8.
I don't think we have enough weeks for this.
Can you believe it?
We're doing.
Don't give it away. We're doing.
Bleep it out.
It's going to be 9 years of.
We'll tell him someday.
We'll tell him someday. Yes. So okay, this movie is a fucking steamroller.
Well, I wanted to respond to that.
Please.
I was going back through last year, and I think Bad Boys. Well, I'm not going to try to remember everything we watched, and if whatever, I'm going to make a blanket statement. This is the best sequel. And you're looking at me even crazier when I said it's the best car chase. I'm trying to think, because like Shrek 2 was a nice logical step from Shrek 1, but Shrek 1 was such an empty playground that it doesn't even really count. And Maze Runner, I think, is a trilogy, so I don't really count that.
I'm going to go ahead and say that I agree with you.
Yeah.
In the sense that Bad Boys is such a well-established movie that if that was a one and done with a bad sequel, you'd be like, you know what? Of course they tried, but that magical one, lightning in a bottle.
Right.
This successfully builds on that in ways that I truly did not expect.
Yeah. And actually, the last episode, my biggest complaint about Bad Boys was that they talked about how Mike was this like stone cold killer. He was a loose cannon. He killed a lot of people, but they didn't really show us that. He was actually just a really sweet guy. He was confident. He was nice. He was sexy.
And in this movie, Marcus is like, I'm fucking done with this.
Yeah, because he's actually like just murdering people all the time.
Right. And he puts me in situations on a regular basis that are so preposterously dangerous.
This feels like a Raid 2, Raid 1 situation where like Michael Bay probably had the idea for Bad Boys 2, didn't have the budget, and was like, all right, I'll make a Bad Boys. And they like didn't have enough money to make scenes of Will Smith murdering people all the time. So they just sort of mention it every now and again. Like, oh, finally I can make my Bad Boys 2, which is what I really wanted to make from the beginning.
Well, in Bad Boys, he's always talking about his body count. And then you're like, that's morbid and fucked up. And in this movie, you're like, oh no, he like legit murders people all the time.
He's constantly just being like, what are you doing? Why aren't you shooting people?
Or you should be killing people.
Just kill that person.
And again, like this is a movie where like these like nightmare cops break the law whenever it is convenient for them without a second thought, will just drop you for any reason. The scene where they raid the morgue is so fucking insane.
Yeah.
Let's break down just that scene.
All right. We're breaking down a scene.
They
This is
sneak into
scene
a morgue
corner.
through the crematorium, and they're like, there's dead people dust. So they're crawling down a chimney of human remains into an oven of human remains.
Yeah, knock over
That's
the
the
teeth.
beginning of the scene.
Yeah, they knock over the teeth.
They crawl out of the fucking cremation ovens to knock over a dish full of human teeth.
Cool.
Then they proceed to go into a room full of corpses. They start looking at the corpses. One of the corpses is a woman with very large breasts.
Who everyone refers to as Bimbo.
As Bimbo. It's extremely tasteful. I would say they err on the side of being too tasteful.
Yeah.
I believe Marcus says, Mike, you're looking at the titties too much. And Mike goes, no, I'm not. And there's a whole, they make a great hay out of that.
Yeah, it's actually, it was really good.
They do a good little
banter.
bit on that. Then it's time for Mike to start sticking his hand just into desiccated corpses.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely insane. Marcus is puking. At one point, he touches a corpse and its skull pops off and he pukes again. It's fucking...
Marcus has some watery puke.
He has some watery puke.
I think he should get that looked at.
It's definitely like, what are you eating, man?
Yeah, just water?
Maybe he's just anxious.
Do you think he's just eating
more
water?
jacked. He's more jacked in this one. He's skinnier in the first movie. He's more jacked in this.
Yeah.
Not like distractingly so, but like he looks a little thicker.
Yeah, absolutely.
In like a strong way.
Yeah, I think in Harold and Kumar also, 2 franchises in a row where the second movie features Guantanamo Bay.
Right, that was nuts.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, that was weird. So, but yeah, like definitely we're still carrying over that HK vibe, like 2 friends.
A complicated relationship
that has moments in Guantanamo Bay.
Okay, but before we get there, back to the morgue for a minute.
All right.
The bad guys show up, so they have to hide in the morgue. In his anxiety, Marcus They find ecstasy. 2 of the pills fall into a water glass. Marcus chugs the water, swallowing 2 hits of ecstasy.
Can I interrupt?
Yeah.
I do not know what happened, but I think I got... This is a weird story, but I'm going to tell it to you because I feel like you might understand me. I was at this pop-up where I was working for this vegan restaurant that I do, and the bartender offered us some water in sealed plastic bottles. I was drinking it. I put the cap back on. I take the cap back off. I drink it, and I feel something solid go down my throat. So I was like, what the fuck is this? Maybe I thought, I was like, maybe it's a crumb. Maybe it's some food from the thing I was eating. And then I got really lightheaded, and I have to sit down. Do you think I just made that up in my brain, or do you think there's anything that could have... Do you think I got drugged?
Well, hold on. Sometimes you like hard swallow water, and there's like an air bubble that feels...
I don't know. It felt like something like scratched the back of my throat.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah. And then I got like this like tunnel vision. And I don't know if in my anxiety, like, oh my God, what did I swallow?
Well, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Did you then go to Joe Pantoliano's house, put on a house coat, and start touching the walls and drinking plant water?
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw Joey Pants.
Joey Pants. How would you describe Joey Pants in this movie?
Not as good.
Really?
For me, he's as you said, he's like at a 6 in this movie.
He's very restrained in this. He gets mad. So one of the weird subplots of this movie is that everyone at the police department is undergoing some kind of therapy where they say "woosha" and rub their ears. And
I mean, it makes sense if you're working with Mikey, whatever his name is. Yeah, everyone in the department should be going, "Oh yeah, Michael Lowry."
Well, there's a great part at the beginning where they're like, "We're in therapy," and Mike's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to therapy too," and I definitely call this in my head. And he's just getting literally getting his dick sucked by his therapist.
Yeah, which is pretty good therapy,
I suppose. I guess one would hope there to be like more of a talk component of like maybe accessing memories.
Maybe they just do it after
the bleach.
Yeah, after the bleach woosha moment.
Woosha. Yeah.
Yeah, that therapist screamed woosha.
It's a cool movie because like, well, everyone else has to work on themselves. Mike just is drowning in ass and murdering people and sees absolutely no reason to inspect his life in any way.
But I think that's why this movie's good.
Yeah.
Is that at the end, I don't know that Sid, we need to talk about Sid.
I was just thinking the same thing. The great Gabrielle Union plays Sid, who is Marcus's sister, who's boinking Mike, and is also a DEA agent who launders money for bad guys.
I think this is the problem. This is like the boys writing a movie. And at least they put in a strong woman character. But I think ultimately she
is kidnapped,
is
sexualized relentlessly,
and
is
saved,
fucking one of the main characters.
And is the reason why Michael even really decides to make any sort of change at all and become a better person. So her character really doesn't do anything for herself. She's just shown to us as like, oh, she's a DA, but like even after the first shootout, he's like, first time he shot a gun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's extremely patronizing. Also, of course, her kidnapping galvanizes the entire final act.
Yeah, so Michael Bay
she's still a prop in a lot of ways.
Is definitely,
but I don't want to take away from her performance. Gabrielle Union is charismatic and
awesome.
Electric and kills it.
Yeah, everyone in this movie is really good. I would show this to my kids.
Yeah, I think this is maybe little Bobby's first movie.
Little Bobby?
Little Bobby.
Who's Bobby?
Well, I named my kid for Robert Kennedy.
You'd name your kid after Robert Kennedy?
Yeah, assassinated Attorney General and presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy. Yeah.
Well, that's an honor.
God bless this country.
God bless Robert.
God bless the Kennedys.
God bless little Bobby.
Proud to be in Massachusetts and where at least I met a Kennedy.
You met a Kennedy?
I've, for work, met a Kennedy.
How was that? Can you talk about it?
I would prefer not to.
Let's not talk about it.
I have a job.
Yeah.
It requires me to talk to people, and that is an interesting experience that I cherish.
We'll leave it at that.
Hey, door closed.
I'm going to assume that it was a great time.
I'll sit down with little Bobby and say, listen, you little shit.
Wait, are you still talking about the time you interviewed little Bobby Kennedy?
No, he's dead.
Okay.
I can interview
This is your son. This is your son.
Sit the fuck down. This is a 2.5 hour long movie that is filled with literal bodies being churned to a pulp. Remember when you thought Johnny Tapia wouldn't get fucking blown apart by a mine? And then they blow him apart in a way that's so genuinely like upsetting that...
That's how problematic this movie is that at the end of the movie, I was almost crying because they didn't blow up a body
No,
that I wanted it to blow up. I was like, I so desperately wanted them to blow him up.
the tonal shift in this movie when it becomes like a bunch of like CIA, DEA, Miami cop, like when it goes full paramilitary and these like actual fascists are like, it's time to invade Cuba to rescue your sister. We've wanted any excuse to do this, and now we'll go to Cuba and just mow people down. At one point, the Cuban army shows up, and they're just fighting a battle with the Cuban army.
It's very small.
It's insane.
Yeah, very small army.
Well, it's not the whole army. It's part of the army.
Okay. But yeah, it's like 6 Americans.
That tonal shift away from like scrappy cops, you know, because what's good about the movie is that like you mentioned this, especially when the great Peter Stormare shows up at Johnny Tappy's like, you know, house in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a Guy Ritchie movie because at one point you have the DEA,
Right.
the Miami cops, Peter Stormare, and the Cuban mafia gangster guys all converging on this one gun battle. And
Yeah.
and when the house blows up and they're driving the Hummer through the ruins of the house, you're like, there's no way this gets crazier. And it's like, dude,
We're just getting
we're
started.
just getting going, baby.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed that the Russian or Ukrainian guy got killed so quickly.
Yeah, Peter Stormare's a treasure.
I thought he was going to cause a little more ruckus.
I mean, he causes some kind of ruckus, I'll tell you that.
Not much. He just sort of shoots the air a lot.
Like the scene where he goes to the meeting and they cut his nice friend up with the kind eyes and put him in a barrel.
Yeah, I was gonna. He did have kind eyes, didn't he?
Yeah, Joseph, he had kind eyes.
I was gonna say that that was a real flex because, as a company that uses bodies to ship drugs, they wasted it,
Yeah,
and they're like, we use bodies,
that's prime real estate.
and we've got them in a bucket right next to you. That's a fucking power flex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we never see his face. It could be anyone in that bucket.
Whatever. Even if it wasn't him, they wasted a body to flex on him.
Yeah.
And
So-
that's cool.
We talked about this in Bad Boys. What makes Bad Boys 2 even better is that, once again, everyone is eerily well realized in ways that you maybe wouldn't expect the entire time. But Johnny Tapia's entire life is like
Yeah.
a whole little world unto itself.
It's so great.
He lives with his mother, his daughter trying on dresses. He's getting a portrait done of his family around a cross-shaped dinner table. He's trying to
And
renovate
he gets
his house.
mad about it. Like,
There's rats eating his money because his house is infested with rats.
yeah.
He's got like all this shit going on. And like what's beautiful about the movie is that like he's not like, he's obviously a bad guy, but we see him pretty uncritically just like living his
He's
life
fine.
a fair amount.
Yeah, he's fine.
It's like in a way there's almost more so than in the first movie where, you know, the guy is a somewhat generic Eastern European tough at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So like a sub Hans Gruber kind of guy.
Sure.
And in this one, Johnny Tapia has like a lot of space to just do his thing and live his life and go to the beach and fucking.
I think that's why this movie moves beyond the realm of like pro cop fascist porn, because it paints the bad guy in quotes. I'm quoting in the air with my fingers.
I'm seeing it confirmed.
Quote, quote, quote.
Yes,
The bad guy, quote, quote, quote.
indeed.
Do I need to do it again? You keep.
Allegedly the bad guy.
Okay, the bad
The
guy.
alleged bad guy.
Quote. In the same way, like he kills fewer people than Will Smith does.
Yeah.
He endangers fewer people than Will Smith. Like he is as crazy as the cops. Everyone is a sociopathic monster except for Martin Lawrence, who is a scared, anxious-ridden, just like
Can't
whoosh,
fuck.
whoosha guy.
Has nerve damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's really, that's why this movie works, is that it gets so absurd that its violence is muted in a way like it didn't bother me, but maybe that's because I'm a Will Smith to your Martin Lawrence.
It definitely bothered me because Will Smith's move in all situations is to endanger as many people as possible in car and gun related like fiascos.
Yeah, that's what
like
I
his
do.
number one move. So look, okay, I want to go back to the beginning of the movie for a minute because you're sometimes wondering like, okay, here's something I love in movies. If you're a credits watcher, as I am, directors love to give themselves a big image with their name over it to kick off a movie.
Yeah.
We talked about earlier in the movie, the first thing we see is Ecstasy Lab is the first words on the screen in this movie. It's amazing. We watch this like long chain of events happen where a boat goes to a drop point, goes to a this, goes to
It
that.
was baffling.
It is amazing. It whirls by and you're just like, what the fuck? It ends up, and it's like they're unloading the drugs and we're getting towards the director's title card and it's like, where's this going? as director Michael Bay goes on, the Klan sets fire to a cross.
Yes.
So it says directed by Michael Bay over a massive flaming cross in minute 3 of the movie.
What do you make of that? Like,
magical.
why would he do that?
Because, I mean, look, this is a movie where in the first movie, while there's some racial humor between like the Latino cops and the black cops, this movie tries to address race in its own weird way a little more head on by like being like, they're going to fucking bust the Klan. Like, what's more, these are, you know, 2 black cops from Miami, they're going to bust the Klan. Like, this is, again, part of the whole like fascist porn vibe of the Michael Bay experience is like, what's like the ultimate move to make cops cool? That, you know, it's like totally the most justified ass kicking of all time. You know what I mean?
Right. And
it's
that's
just
like,
giving people what they want.
I'm sure the trailer featured a lot of that scene.
Right. Including a performance by a wonderful actor named Michael Shannon, who is in this movie and it fucking rules. Michael Shannon plays a Klan affiliated guy who has a large role being taken in and out of car trunks later in the film and saying, I have my rights, which is great.
He says that a lot.
He says it a few
He
times.
gets thrown in the trunk.
It's sick.
I got my rights.
But like, so in the movie,
I think his last line of his role is, what was it? It was like,
you're taking away my
you're
rights.
taking away my rights.
It's so good. But in this movie, the first few faces that you really recognize, that I really recognize, one is Henry Rollins of Black Flag, which is hysterical. He's one of the first voices we see in the movie as like a fucking, I don't know, drug raid taskmaster dude. And then like relatively soon after, Michael Shannon playing like a redneck Klan member.
Right.
So, I mean, for me, this is just so in my wheelhouse of like fascinating people. It's great.
But I'm pretty sure all the writers are white.
Oh, I'm sure
So, like,
the racial politics of Bad Boys are
It's really
extremely
interesting
fraught.
to have a very diverse cast.
It is a very diverse cast.
But in the same way that 2 Jewish writers were writing, I just have to assume that like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence had some say in what was going to happen.
No question. I would say yes.
I would hope.
At the end
because
of the day,
like there's a
though,
lot of like racial shit that a lot of white people writing about. It just feels weird.
white guys writing racial banter for people
Right.
of other races is not a good
It's
thing.
crazy because there's like
We
the
shouldn't
whole
do it.
Mexican American, African American,
Cuban
like,
American.
just making fun of each other, and it's like, wait, just
Haitian
white people are
American.
telling these other people to say this.
Yeah, it's fraught. It's not great. Look, this is a problematic movie. I want to like underscore that like we're making merriment of this, but like there are be an adult. This is a very fucking intense movie that is not cool about a lot of things.
But on the other hand, you have 2 black actors in the 90s and early 2000s starring in a huge giant budget, especially the second one, big budget action movie. And they're like, I was talking to a friend of mine, and it's like one problem with the way culture is allowing black actors into Hollywood is by erasing black stories and basically just turning it homogenous and white. And I don't think that happened here. I do think that like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence probably like attained some level of what they wanted to tell in this story. And it's like, that's like, I don't know. It is interesting that a bunch of white people got together and sort of included that in the story. I don't really know what happened.
I think they saw Martin Lawrence and Will Smith and were like, these fucking guys can carry a movie.
Yeah. But like,
Look,
it is
it's-
complicated. Like the
it's
scene
a
where they
mixed fucking bag.
bully Reggie. It's like,
Okay, there's a
white people wrote that
wonderful
scene.
scene.
It's so strange.
There's a wonderful scene where a young man comes to take Martin Lawrence's daughter out on a date. And it's like the kind of like, it's a classic alley-oop situation where it could have felt cheaper if it doesn't land so fucking well.
They're really good
Where
at
they
it.
just get Will Smith and Martin Lawrence trying to psych out this 15-year-old kid. It is hysterical. It's so good. It's on the YouTubes. Check it out.
Yeah, the N-word flies fast and loose. And it's just like, white people wrote that. I think.
Well, it's definitely one of those moments where you're like, these guys have a lot of autonomy. They're the stars of the movie.
Yeah, you just have to
I do
hope
wonder
that-
how much improv happens in these movies.
Right.
Because clearly there's sequences where, I think in the last part of the movie where they're on their inflated pool things just screaming at each other, where I'm like, this feels...
Yeah, the bad boys and they're singing.
I mean, these are two like consummate fucking performers.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way that a lot of this has to be improvised. I don't know. We should probably have researched that.
No.
No,
I'm just
fuck.
going to say no.
Shit.
Who gives
this
a
is
shit?
a classic Mike Marcus thing where I'm like anxious about something. And you're like, no, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Drive the
Just
ambulance
kill
into
that
the
guy.
morgue.
Who gives a
Drive
shit?
the ambulance into the morgue.
Oh, I have points on my license. I'll beat the shit out of you if you don't drive the license into the morgue.
The license?
The ambulicense.
Wow.
But no, I think I trust Will Smith. I think I do, and I trust Will Smith, which is weird. Like, Michael Bay has shown himself to be a real piece of shit, but for some reason, like, Will Smith is on board for this.
Well, I think, again, the absolute metric shit ton of money that these movies made, and they're great
Can't
fucking
trust
movies.
anybody.
Michael Bay appears in the movie.
He sure does.
Martin Lawrence is screamed at to carjack someone by Will Smith, as fits the character.
Yeah.
And the first car he wants to carjack is some honestly dank-looking weird Euro hatchback.
Yeah.
And Will Smith is like, fuck you, that car sucks. Don't carjack that car. And Michael Bay is driving it. He's like, freak, to Martin Lawrence.
You fucking freak.
Yeah.
And
then the next car is Dan Marino, who's test driving a Cadillac, and they steal that car.
That's
it's
really
fucking
good.
sick.
Yeah. What was that? Impala or
It's a very 2003 Cadillac. It looks like
the one you drive in GTA 4.
Yeah.
A lot. Looks like the standard sedan in that one.
Jersey Report. I mentioned the Alonzo Mourning Heat jersey. During the absolute ludicrous balls out car chase, Marcus is wearing, interestingly enough, an Atlanta Falcons jersey, a Michael Vick jersey.
Yeah, the dogfighter.
Which definitely fits for 2003.
Fighter. Yeah.
But it is interesting that he reps Miami really hard and yet is a Falcons fan. The Dolphins are, of course, historically terrible.
Yes.
So
have they won anything ever?
Off the top of my head, I mean, Dan Marino was the lifeblood of that team. That was a long time ago.
I remember watching that when I was a kid.
Well, my dad is a big Jets fan, and of course, the Jets-Dolphins rivalry was a big deal.
Isn't it interesting that NFL? So the football's been happening.
Hey, you heard it here. The football's been happening,
and there are still teams that haven't even made it to the playoffs.
Look, as a baseball fan, I adore baseball. I enjoy basketball, and then football. I'm trying to get into the spirit of it because it's a long winter.
Are there baseball teams like that have just never made it to the play? I know the Cubs.
There are teams. No, well, the Cubs won the World Series
like recently,
2 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, but there was always the joke.
What?
I thought the Cubs
yes, they
were
went through an extraordinarily long,
like the Red Sox.
Maybe
yeah.
I think longer.
Yeah,
I remember they were so uncompetitive for so long that the Red Sox kept getting within reach.
Yeah.
And failing dramatically.
Yeah, I think
as a Mets fan, of course.
Yeah.
Our greatest moment of triumph ever came at the expense of the Red Sox. So,
That's good.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah. But yeah, I football is still like the Browns, I think, are just or no, maybe not. There's teams that just
the Browns
suck.
were competitive in the 80s and then
what the fuck?
Had a trio of disaster. I mean, the drive, the John Elway Broncos drive, the fumble. There's a whole list
fumble.
of
God,
blanks.
I feel like fumble every night.
You're jacking it.
Yeah, every night I jack it to the fumble.
Yeah. So Martin Lawrence does. Let me talk about a scene in this movie.
Do it.
There's a lot of great tech in this 2003 movie where they talk about digital cameras. They show Joey Pants a digital camera and they explain how to use it.
That was a really good scene. How do I see the next picture?
Yeah, it's great.
That was good.
Press the
next.
That's
funny.
And they have, a fucking camcorder and some shit.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where they go to plug in the Haitian gang's camcorder into...
The scene ruled.
They go to a fucking TV store. One of these things that young people do not exist anymore. Now it's like a section of Target or something.
Right.
No one just sells TVs anymore.
I think the closest you'll get, I think there are still stores that sell speakers.
Maybe?
I think there are still stores that sell.
But do you remember as a kid there was the TV store?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And then the big box stores were like, nah,
no, fuck you.
This is not happening.
Fuck you.
I got that TV at BJ's, the one in there.
It's pretty good. How much was it? $100?
A little over 100.
Yeah, it's a nice deal.
It's a nice deal.
I like it.
It's a good product.
Yeah.
I stand by it.
I'm gonna lick it later.
So they plug in the camcorder to the main plug-in at the store, and they're now watching crazy gang footage of crimes happening that segues into someone fucking someone, and it starts playing on every screen in the store.
Yeah, he's like, oh fuck, my dad. I work for. He's like, I work for my dad, and he's here. And
their helpful white attendant invites them over to listen to hip hop and hip flow with him or something.
He was cool.
His dad's mad, so they go into the try out the camera's room to have a deep emotional conversation that sounds like they're talking about anal sex.
Gay anal sex.
Anal sex.
Yeah.
somehow I would say I don't know how they did it, but I don't think it's as much of a problematic nightmare as it certainly sounds as I say.
No,
it
I don't
right
think it's a
now.
nightmare at all.
Right.
I think it's lightly funny.
And then there's the two gay men who are like, wow, Mike seems like a fucking asshole.
Yeah. No.
And they're not being made fun of. They're just like out of context that people are like just genuinely getting emotionally invested in this conversation.
Right. And I think
it's stunningly not, I don't think it's that bad.
I think that a lot of movies, like, we're taught as kids, like men are taught as boys to be afraid of sexuality. In a lot of ways,
and intimacy of any kind with other men.
Like homophobia is like about, well, I like this dude, but I'm not allowed to, like. It's just like it's complicated. So like having these two guys that kill everyone all the time, sit down on a couch together, talk about erections, talk about sex, and it's like they're having this heart-to-heart moment, and then fucking Will Smith is a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
And he's an asshole, and the other guy calls him out for it because he's an asshole. He's like, I don't want to talk to you about your dick.
Yeah.
Like, what friend wouldn't want to talk to their friend about their dick?
We've talked about dicks, I think.
Yes, I hope so.
I think we've covered that ground.
Yeah.
We could revisit it. I don't know.
Right now. How's your dick doing?
Honestly,
yeah?
It works.
Works? It's good?
I think I've used it for most of the functions it's capable of recently, and it's firing all cylinders. How about you?
You got 2 cylinders.
I got,
Pissing and coming.
Pissing, coming.
Bleeding? 3rd cylinder?
So far, no.
Good. Keep that. That's a bad cylinder.
I don't think I've ever had blood come out of my dick. Knock on wood.
I have.
How was that?
Can I tell you about it?
Yes, you can.
We don't have that hole that gets thrown into the ocean?
Right. Basically, Will Smith creates like a forbidden words, much like in Rise of the Skywalker. C-3PO can't translate Sith because it's evil. It turns him evil.
But mama's titties
and
flaccid.
He can't turn his flaccid dick.
Into the ocean, into the Atlantic Ocean.
Isn't a flaccid dick just less threatening in general than an erect dick?
That's another thing I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
I feel like in the 90s and 2000s, everyone was like, oh, men's bodies are ugly. Dicks are ugly. There's this whole thing. Like, people were talking about, like, no one wants to see a dick.
Well, we're finally getting more dicks in movies, which is great.
Yeah, and they're not ugly. Dicks look fun.
They're fun. They're fine for what they are.
Dicks look nice.
I think they're pragmatic.
Dicks look nice.
Dicks look nice. Hey, you heard it here. Dicks look nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fuck that.
Yeah.
More dicks, please. But yeah, I got into I had my bike. I didn't have a GPS like phone holder on my bike, and I was a little bit lost biking home
in Old Boston town.
Yeah. So I was looking at my phone, which is a classic mistake. Don't ever do it. If you cherish your dick, don't look at your phone or anything. If you cherish anything, you're looking at me real
Don't do that. That's awful.
What?
Don't be on your phone while you
I
bike,
know, but I was lost, so I was like barely moving.
Okay.
And then it was telling me to go down a street. But unfortunately, Google Maps had the street connect to another street.
Okay, just to be fair to Google for a minute, trying to map Boston is a fucking nightmare.
But I'm just, so here's, in reality, what it was there was a huge, like, not a little curb, like a fucking 1.5 foot curb between street and other street. And I was just biking along and I hit the curb and my dick smashed on my bike. Smashed on the bike. And I got home and I pissed blood.
Fuck. That's awful.
Yeah, it really hurt.
That sounds so bad.
It hurt more than any shot to the balls I've ever taken.
Which is a horrible experience.
A shot to the dick is worse.
And I feel like when you're young, you get hit in the balls relatively frequently because like you're in situations that invite that.
Like sports?
Like moshing, sports.
Moshing.
Just being friends with other boys.
What population of the country do you think, like 10% of boys mosh?
More than that. Moshing is like a fundamental expression.
A fundamental part of your life. So therefore, every boy moshes.
If I did it, everyone's done it.
Remember what I said in Jaws. It still holds true today. All boys are different.
All boys are. That's really beautiful.
All boys are different.
That's from Jaws?
Yeah.
Wow.
You talk about the Brodies?
The Brodies of the world.
Yeah, remember you're like, well, this boy, they both went through the same trauma. Why aren't they both having the same traumatic reflection?
So this is a historic correction of me that you have been trying into the podcast.
All boys are different.
Wow. It's interesting when I think back on how ignorant I was before this podcast.
All
boys.
Say it, thank you, are
different.
Thank you. Yeah,
You're
you
welcome.
got it.
all boys are different.
That's
'Cause you're
why.
when Mike kills someone,
Yes,
he has
that's exactly what I
no
was gonna
reaction
say.
to it. It doesn't mean anything.
doesn't.
To him.
He just-
human life is nothing to him.
It's nothing.
To Marcus, he's overcome with the sense of like nihilistic futility that is the taking of life. Because if to take someone else's life means yours can be taken just as easily.
What did you make of the end, where he like jokes about breaking up with his sister? Did he actually break up with her?
That was left very vague. I think they were trying to set up a thing where in the third movie it doesn't matter if Gabrielle Union's in it.
All right.
Which,
I think
by the way, I would guess right now it is unlikely that Gabrielle Union is in Bad Boys for Life.
so. This is great. I think it's time to ask the question.
Okay.
The question of the show. The name of the show is When Will It End? And I'm going to ask you, are you asking the question of the show?
This is actually an interesting moment.
This is a very interesting moment.
It's so rare where we've had this rising experience of the second movie definitively capturing the magic of the first movie and excelling it in every other way. So I'm a little nervous. There was an 8-year break between Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about a 17-year break.
Wait, can you do that math again? Wait, what?
The first film came out in 1995.
Yeah.
8 years later,
95.
in 2003, Bad Boys 2 comes out.
96, 97, 98, 99, 2000. 1, 2, 3. 8 years.
I know. I did the math in my head. Didn't need to count out loud.
I got my fingers, baby.
All boys are different.
Yeah.
Now, in 2020,
2020.
17
now.
years later,
Hold on.
2004,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Was that 12 or 17? Sorry, I got to do it again. 2000.
this is
Wait, when did it come out?
fucked up.
2003?
17-year break.
17-year break.
17-year break.
That's crazy. Most people
It's
don't
really
even live
crazy.
that long.
Most people die at 16 and a half, famously. If you make it to 17 in this culture, God fucking bless you. I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, boy, I hope you
Whatever you're doing, write it down because I want a taste of that recipe.
What recipe?
Of how to get to
I
17.
got a great vegan chili recipe. I'll write it down for
no
you.
thanks.
What? It's delicious.
I don't need. No one needs to write down a vegan chili recipe.
All right, what are you going to do?
You get some soy riso, you get some refried beans, you get some pinto beans, you get some black beans, you get some
Refried
corn.
beans. That's a great addition. I never do that.
Yeah, you get thickness to it.
Yeah, I use bulgur wheat.
No, that's that. Fuck that. Now it's not gluten free. Why add gluten to it? You don't need that shit.
Just refried beans?
It's a good thickening agent that's still chili adjacent.
Hmm.
Once you heat it up, get the oil of the soy riso going.
Yeah.
Get the wetness of the tomatoes, the chunky tomatoes in there.
Sure.
I can improv a chili any old fucking day.
All right, I won't write down my vegan chili recipe.
I don't
for
want
you.
your fucking vegan recipe for
not even mine. I
goddamn
just
chili.
Took it for the other side.
Probably some fucking Issa Chandra post-punk kitchen bullshit.
Probably.
Anyways, where was I?
Hmm.
17-year break.
Yeah.
That is a very long gulf for anything.
Yeah.
And one wonders, okay, so first off, in Bad Boys 2, we find out where Bad Boys for Life comes from. It's so fucking sick.
Yeah.
They're mad at each other. They're pissed as hell. And he pulls out his old high school yearbook.
Yeah.
And it's like, I love you, buddy. Best friends forever. Bad Boys for life.
Best friends forever. Bad boys for life. We're the bad boys of podcasting.
We're the Bad Boys of podcasting.
I
It's
feel
When
like
Will It End? I'm Josh.
If we were, wait, what? I'm Charles.
Charles. Yeah.
We're the bad boys of podcasting.
Look it up.
I feel like if we were in high school together,
We would not have been friends.
probably would not have been friends.
But I think, I don't know, I was probably unbearable.
I was definitely unbearable.
You wore a bowler hat, right? That shit sucks.
No, I didn't wear a fucking bowler hat.
Like a circus kid or some shit.
I wore a bowler.
That sucks so
I
bad.
didn't wear a
And
bowler
like
hat.
a vest and some shit.
I
I imagine
wore-
you wearing like a vest and a bowler hat and being
wore
like,
ties.
oh, Terry Pratchett.
Yeah, I wore ties and I said, "Oh, Terry Pratchett."
Wow.
I read every Terry Pratchett book. I read Douglas Adams.
Honestly, okay, hot take number one.
Oh God.
I'll take Pratchett over Adams any day of the week.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I've read both of them and I think about the Discworld books all the time. They're legitimately funny. And
I'm gonna up your hot take.
okay,
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is
fine.
one of the greatest books ever written.
Okay.
The entirety of the Discworld books is much solider than the
Yeah.
Guide series.
The Hogfather, that book fucking rules. Mort, where you hang out with Death the whole book, that shit's hysterical. Interesting Times.
Yeah, he's great.
Then Neil Gaiman gets mixed up in it, and it's like, all right, Neil, step off. You fucking suck.
I'm not a Gaiman fan.
One, everyone's like, American Gods, it's amazing. It's not. The main character's name is Shadow, In that sucks.
Good one
If
sentence
you
review
knew
of that
someone named
book.
Shadow, every conversation would be like, wait, your name is Shadow?
Wait, what?
Every time he ever met anyone, their first thing would be like, your name is Shadow.
Wait, I mean, I'm sorry. If your name is Shadow, if you're listening to this,
Sorry. One, sorry. Your
Hashtag
parents
sorry, not
fucked
sorry.
up. Two, if you chose that, whatever.
that's true.
It's your life,
sorry,
baby.
but hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Hari, not sorry. Yeah, classic,
Hari, not
classic.
sorry.
Hari, not sorry.
Hashtag Hari, not sorry.
When my cat Hari knocks stuff over, he is not sorry. I'll tell you that right
That's
now.
what that means. Hari's not sorry.
Hari's not sorry.
He's very cute right now, though.
He's sitting on my lap
chilling
because
on
we're
the
recording
lap.
this at La Casa.
But yeah, I'm agree. So this is the second time.
Hold on. Let's look back over. Terminator 6 doesn't count because
What?
they made so many. Arnold is technically speaking, I believe, in all of them in one way or another.
Doesn't count for what?
For a break. For
No,
like
I'm
the
just saying this
sheer-
is the second time we're going to be seeing a new movie in theaters.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, sorry.
Not sorry.
No, sorry.
I can tell. I knew
I'm
it.
a nasty boy doing nasty things. Nasty man.
So we rarely watch contemporary film for this podcast. But as you mentioned, this is a 17-year break.
I'm looking at the list of podcasts that we've done. I don't think anything comes close to like a continuity like this where it's the gang is back.
We talked about it with like the Linklater comparison to Harold and Kumar, and that was
Right.
only a 4-year break.
It's fucking piss
That's
ass.
nothing.
It's
Like
piss ass.
that's how long it takes to make a fucking Marvel movie or something.
Okay, I'm looking at Bad Boys 3. Let's see if IMDb gives us an indication. There is a trailer.
Do you want to watch it
On mic?
right now on mic?
Okay.
Let's do it.
No, all right, live
Let's
reaction.
fucking do it.
All right,
Live
come over
reaction
here.
to the trailer of Bad Boys
For
Forever.
life.
For life. So that's the pre-trailer.
Okay, here we go. That's definitely Miami.
Do you want to make it full screen or no? That's all right. Don't worry about
I'll
it.
make
Don't
it
worry.
full
Don't worry
screen.
about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
The boys look good. Okay, he's driving
All right.
backwards in a Porsche. Classic Mike.
The fuck out of this car.
They said the fuck word.
These are the fuck where they're in Miami.
Got more time behind us than in front. I'm gonna be running down criminals till I'm 100.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they cut back. They cut back.
Not me. I'm retired.
Well, once again,
Oh.
Marcus wants out. Uh-oh.
Bad boys for life.
That's the name of the movie.
Be good men.
I like Will is looking his age in this one, which I like.
Yeah.
Sing that song.
Mike, I'll put you on a new team.
Yes! Joey Pants!
High school musical boy band with guns.
Oh,
So you're that guy.
He's training a new generation of bad boys.
That's what I like. Teamwork. I'm the definition.
I love Joey Pants. I hope he's big.
He's a little angel.
Marcus, somebody's trying to kill me.
Who wants to kill you?
I don't trust a person that don't want to kill him. Hell, put
It's
my
true.
name up there. Thanks a lot. We got it, Marcus. We appreciate it.
So the banter's there.
And there's helicopters. We got some good helicopters in Bad Boys, too.
Yeah.
The thing that matters.
That shot.
You go on
The shit hit the van shot.
One last time. One last time.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, they're bad boys together.
They're Bad Boys for
Oh, they got
life,
guns?
baby. Guns,
There's boats. Yeah, this
boats,
is like
there's
classic.
Porsches, explosions. There's Will Smith.
Do they leave Miami again?
No.
Oh, man, another old-timey trucks.
Let's go!
Oh, the dog
I'm
fighting
very
Marcus's butt.
excited. This is
This
gonna
looks
be
great.
fun.
This looks like everything I like about fucking Bad Boys. Oh, we didn't talk about the fucking single coolest thing in the whole movie.
All right. Well, the trailer's almost
Okay,
over.
sorry. It's so long.
These helicopters.
Sounds like Mike is up to his old tricks.
So Martin Lawrence still can't get a break.
Oh, this is my wife's car. Cover the front door. She knows. She always knows.
Oh, we learned that in what
no,
movie did we learn
yeah.
that in?
I think that's a common thread.
What was this? What was the movie that said the women will always find out?
Oh, that was in friggin' Force Awakens.
There we go.
Harry Ford. Okay, in Bad Boys 2, the most baller shit in the entire fucking universe is the thing where Mike is driving his Ferrari and screeches to like a massive arcing halt in front of the bad guys with a fucking machine gun out and just mows down like 30 living human beings and just drives off again. It's the coolest thing ever. It's the most callous display of violence in the movie.
We should watch Hot Fuzz right now.
I would do that.
We should do that. I want to, because I never got the references. I'd seen Point Break.
It is comically late now.
Yeah.
We thought this would save time. I think today we've recorded 2 of our longest episodes ever.
No, we've been getting longer.
We'll do 4 movies today.
Shut up.
No, I'm laughing at both of us. We're the bad boys of podcasting. We made plans and we broke them, baby.
The bad boys of podcasting.
Bad boys for
life. I don't think I answered the question. I want more.
I want more.
I don't care about the break.
I want so much more.
This is the strangest series. I love it.
Yeah, like it should be against all of my values to like worship Michael Bay series, but like this is fucking, it's just candy, and I want to eat more candy because it's delicious.
It's delicious candy, and I don't honestly no. Fuck you.
Okay.
Fuck you. This is not candy.
Can I fucking change my thing? Okay.
Yes,
I thought of a better
because
one.
fuck you. If you
shut
stick,
up. Just shut up. Shut up.
If you fucking stick with candy,
I'm changing it.
Fuck you.
Jesus, you're such a mic.
Change
right
it.
now.
Say
You're
something
being
else.
Such a mic right now.
Yes.
Hoosha.
Don't jostle it.
Hoosha. I'm jostling my ear, not the mic,
okay,
idiot.
Good.
Hoosha. Okay.
All right, you ready?
Okay. Hoosha. The other day before I drive, I had beef jerky and sugar-free Red Bull.
Yeah.
That's what these movies are like.
No.
Eating beef jerky and drinking Red Bull.
Dude, this is why these movies work. There's so much fucking heart to these movies.
Sort of?
No.
They're so brutally mean to each other. And then
they're
fucking
not.
Marcus is And then
Will
Marcus
Smith
is so mean to his sister.
This one,
remember when he tells her she only got the job because she's hot in the DEA?
Yes,
that was really mean.
Just because people are mean to each other doesn't mean there isn't heart.
There's heart.
We're talking about people.
Express it very brutally.
We're talking about people that have, they live a life that sucks. Can you imagine being friends with Mike? What's his
Lowry?
Name? Fucking Lowry. Fucking murdering people all the time. Can you imagine being Mike Lowry, where you are a rich kid?
Yeah.
That has this dream of being a cop his whole life and constantly feels like
he shows up early and stays late.
That's what I'm saying. He feels like he needs to prove himself.
Yeah.
He's rich. He doesn't care about the money because there isn't any. He cares about being a good cop.
They toned down the class struggle elements
in
this movie.
Fucking Marcus seems like he's doing fine.
Marcus's house is a lot nicer.
Very big.
Let's just say whatever happened in that 8-year period was good for the old wallet.
I think it was the $80 million increase in budget.
Yeah. This movie's made so much money, and I get it.
But no, I think that the why these movies work is that they're ridiculous, they're fun to watch, but I've seen a lot of martial arts movies that are like great martial arts sequences that have no story. Mm-hmm. I've seen dumb action movies that bore me to tears. Will Smith, Martin Lawrence have great chemistry together, and ultimately they're telling a story about men who use violence inappropriately and try to learn from it, and maybe they don't. Maybe they do. It doesn't really matter if they do learn. This is actually a very complicated story that uses violence, I think, in a way that showcases American masculinity in a really fascinating way.
Well, certainly from the cars and guns standpoint, they got it on lock.
We were
talking about how Mike's car is like never brushed by the violence, and then like the second he gets like one bullet, and he's like flips the fuck out.
Yeah, and then he's like, I'm so glad I don't own this. When he steals the car, he's like, I'm so glad I don't own this car. I'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
But no, I think somehow Michael Bay tapped into something. He figured out how to make a movie that, Josh, I'm going to say it.
Please say it.
It's a cake and eat it too movie.
I mean, absolutely.
This is a movie that uses violence in a way that's like so fun to watch and so cool, but also shows you the trauma that you can have from living a life of violence.
True.
It's fun. It's sad. Sign me up. I'm here for life.
Bad Boys for life. Who's the smartest little boy in all of podcasting? It's me
You, the boy.
with the daddy mic. Man, put that one, fucking save that one for the fucking.
I'm gonna distort the fuck out of that.
Please don't. Please don't do that, Charles. Hobby. We figured it out. I'm so fucking dumb. I don't know. That's good? It's kind of quiet, but like maybe that's good. You can just crank it on your end. There's like no hiss. The more gain, the more hiss.
Yeah, that's fine. I can crank it.
Let me just. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
That's fine. I think we're pretty good there. It's hard being this fucking smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready?
It took us 40 minutes to figure this out. Time well spent.